Welcome to English Listening Practice.
Today, we're going to talk about a famous productivity method. It's from a book called Getting Things Done by David Allen.
This method has helped millions of people feel less stressed and more in control.
Lauren, have you ever felt like you're always busy, but not really getting anything done?
Yes, John. It feels like my to-do list just gets longer and longer no matter how hard I work.
Exactly. It's a common problem in our busy modern world. We feel overwhelmed, stressed, and wish we had more control.
Sometimes I feel like my brain has too many tabs open. Each thought takes up a little bit of my mental energy.
I know that feeling. You're trying to work on something important, but a small thought pops into your head. Like, did I remember to pay that bill? Pulls your focus away.
It's like trying to run a race with small weights tied to your ankles. It just slows you down.
What if you could quiet all that mental noise? What if you could reduce stress and get things done with a feeling of calm?
That sounds amazing. And that is the promise of the Getting Things Done method, or GTD for short.
It's not just a few quick tips. It's a full system to bring order to your life and free your mind.
The main idea of GTD is very simple. You get everything out of your head and into a trusted system.
A trusted system can be a notebook or a digital app. When you do this, your mind is free to focus on what you're doing right now.
In this episode, we will teach you how to do this step by step. Our goal is to help you use these ideas in your own life.
The foundation of GTD is a simple but powerful idea. David Allen says, "Your mind is for having ideas, not for holding them."
That makes so much sense. Our brains are great at creating new ideas and solving problems.
But they are not very good at remembering a long list of tasks and reminders. When we use our brain like a to-do list, we can't use its full power.
There is a psychological idea called the Zeigarnik effect. It says that we remember unfinished tasks more than completed ones.
So your brain keeps reminding you about all the things you haven't finished. This creates a constant feeling of anxiety and distraction.
This mental chatter makes it hard to focus on your current task.
So the problem isn't just having a lot to do. The problem is the mental energy we waste trying to remember everything.
The goal of GTD is to achieve a state called mind like water. This doesn't mean having an empty mind.
It means your mind is calm, clear, and ready for anything. You feel in control and your mental energy is free to think about big ideas.
David Allen uses an analogy from martial arts. Imagine a calm pool of water.
If you throw a small stone in, it makes a small ripple and then becomes calm again. If you throw a big rock in, it makes a big splash, but it also quickly returns to calm.
Your mind should be like that water. It should respond correctly to the situation, then return to a state of calm.
To get this mind-like water state, you need a trusted system. This can be any tool outside of your head. Could be a notebook, a digital app, or even a simple filing cabinet.
It acts like your external brain. The most important word is trusted.
You must trust that everything you put into the system will be safe. And you must trust that you will review it regularly.
If you don't trust your system, your brain will keep reminding you of things. And the stress will not go away.
The GTD method has 5 simple steps or pillars. The first pillar is capture.
This is where you get everything out of your head. Every thought, every idea, every task, big or small.
The goal is to collect all these things in your trusted system.
This frees your mind from having to remember them.
You should capture work tasks, personal errands, big dreams, and even random thoughts.
You need capture tools that are always with you.
For physical tools, you can use a small pocket notebook and a pen. Or you can have a physical inbox or tray on your desk for papers.
For digital tools, you have many options. You can use to-do list apps, note-taking apps, or a voice recorder on your phone.
The specific tool is less important than using it all the time.
The rule is, don't wait. Write it down immediately.
The second pillar is clarify. After you capture everything in your inbox, you need to process it.
You look at each item and ask one simple question. Is it actionable?
This means, does this item require me to do something?
If the answer is no, you have 3 choices.
Trash it if you don't need it. Put it on a someday/maybe list if you might want to do it in the future.
Or file it as reference material if it's just useful information. Now, what if the answer to is it actionable is yes?
Then you use the famous 2-minute rule. If an action takes less than 2 minutes to complete, do it right now.
For example, replying to a quick email, washing 1 coffee cup, or sending a short text message.
The reason is simple. It often takes more time and energy to track a small task than to just do it.
If the action takes more than 2 minutes, you can either delegate it or defer it.
Delegate means you ask someone else to do it. Defer means you plan to do it later.
For these bigger items, you must define the next action.
This is the very next physical, visible step to move the task forward.
For example, instead of plan vacation, your next action is search online for flights to Spain.
In GTD, anything that requires more than one action step is a project. Plan a birthday party is a project. Fix the car is a project. The third pillar is organize. This is where you put your clarified items into the right places in your trusted system.
You will have different lists. A projects list for all your multi-step goals.
A calendar for things that must be done on a specific day or time.
A waiting for list to track things you have delegated to others.
And your next actions lists.
A very powerful way to organize your next actions is by using contexts.
A context is the place, tool, or person you need to do a task.
For example, you can have a list called at office for tasks you can only do at work.
Or at home for chores.
Or at calls for all the phone calls you need to make.
Or at computer for tasks that require a computer.
This way, when you have a few free minutes, you can just look at the list that matches your situation.
If you are waiting for the bus, you can look at your at-calls list and make a quick phone call. The fourth pillar is reflect. This is maybe the most important part of the whole system.
Without it, your system will become old and you will stop trusting it.
The most important habit here is the weekly review.
This is a special time you block in your calendar each week.
For 1 or 2 hours, you review your entire system to make sure it's current and clear.
It's like cleaning and updating your external brain. The weekly review has three main parts.
First, get clear. You empty all your inboxes, like your email inbox and your physical tray. You process everything.
Second, get current. You review all your lists. You check your projects list, your next actions lists, and your calendar. You make sure everything is up to date.
Third, get creative. This is when you can think about your bigger goals. The weekly review ensures nothing is forgotten and keeps your mind free from stress. The fifth and final pillar is engage. This is when you actually do your tasks.
With a clear and trusted system, you can confidently choose what to do at any moment.
You know it's the right thing to do because you've already thought about it.
When it's time to choose a task, you use a 4-criteria model. First, you consider your context. Where are you? What tools do you have?
Second, you look at the time available. Do you have 10 minutes or 2 hours?
Third, you think about your energy available. Are you feeling sharp and focused or tired?
Finally, with the options that are left, you choose based on priority. Which task is most important right now?
Using these 4 filters makes choosing what to do next easy and stress-free.
Of course, starting a new system like GTD can have challenges.
A common one is staying consistent.
The solution is to start small. Just focus on capturing everything for a few days. And make your weekly review a habit you never skip. The solution is to keep it simple. A simple notebook is a great way to start. The tool is not as important as the habit.
We have talked about the main ideas of getting things done.
We learned how to free our minds by using a trusted system.
We explored the 5 pillars: capture, clarify, organize, reflect, and engage.
The power to change your life is in your hands.
You don't need to be perfect from day one. Just start with one small step.
What is your very next action after listening to this?
Maybe it is to grab a piece of paper and write down everything that's on your mind.
Just do that first mind sweep.
Free your mind, get things done, and enjoy a more productive, stress-free life.